Yo, welcome back, everybody, to the Over Their Heads podcast. I am your host, Kris Gardner, with my co-host,
Alexandria K.
Hey, and we're back for episode number 3. Try. That was German. Try. They actually, I think he got caught. Have you ever seen Inglourious Bastards? You ever seen the movie?
No.
Thank you.
I'm not a movie person.
Okay, so in Germany, he got caught because he was a spy. He was an Englishman, but acting like a German spy.
Okay.
And he goes, "Give me 3 glasses." And the German dude's like, "Oh, he's not German, because in Germany we say 3. He did 3. And so he got caught and they killed him. So yeah, good movie. Great movie. If you ever have a chance to see Inglourious Bastards, go watch it. One of my favorite movies of all time. Christopher Waltz.
Okay.
The guy that's in Django Unchained. You ever seen Django?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank God. Okay. So the white guy in Django, the German guy, he is the bad guy in Inglourious Bastards. So you know how good of an actor he is. So yeah, one of my favorite movies. Anyway,
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Please, that's your homework. Okay. So excited to be back. I just want to know, how was your week?
My week was wonderful.
What'd you do?
Work.
You did more than work. What else?
I did.
Why are you so sleepy?
I was gonna say work and sleep. I don't even want to take you down through there, but
yeah, I want to go. Let's go. Where we go?
Why I'm so sleepy?
Yeah, why are you so
It's
sleepy?
a hormonal thing.
Hormonal thing.
A hormonal thing, yeah. So I don't want to use the term I suffer, okay, but I do. I suffer from a condition. This is actually really good. I suffer from a condition called PMDD, which is like PMS on steroids, right? And a lot of women have this and they don't know that they have this. But it's like the week before. It depends on the person, but it's like the week before your menstrual cycle is just like a hormonal fluctuation that basically like ruins your life.
I've heard this. Okay, so this is something I have noticed. Obviously, living with a woman. The week before y'all periods, y'all are the nicest, horniest, meanest, sweetest, loveliest.
You might be talking about ovulation week. I think you're talking about ovulation week.
Because to me, the week before the period, I know when my girl's about to have a period because she gets super like horny and all these other things start to happen. And
that's
shit.
Ovulation, Chris.
No, I don't think so.
That's ovulation.
Well, I'm not going to act like I know the woman's body like that. So I'm just going to say I think I'm right.
You might be, though, because it's your wife and you've been married to her for a long time.
That's why I'm like.
So it just depends on the woman.
Because her ovulation is a different time because we're not allowed to have sex during ovulation time.
Why?
Because I will leave it in.
That's the best time to have sex.
No, I will leave it in and we will have another kid. And I don't want another kid.
Really?
Yes. I didn't get married to have a good pullout game.
Okay. I mean, you can use a condom, even though it's your wife.
Ew.
Look at your face.
Ew. Okay. Any married people using a condom, I'm sorry. It's weird. It's weird.
Protection.
It's weird.
You're not.
Who are you protecting
I'm not gonna lie.
from?
You're not gonna deny me sex during ovulation, especially if you're my husband. Absolutely not. So if we got to use a condom, we just got to use a condom.
You would deny me because I leave it in.
It don't matter. I'm not. You're not, because I'm like, you got to chain me to a tree.
That's
I'm a werewolf, with a full moon. It's bad.
Ovulation is a different time to me.
And so for me, ovulation. So a cycle is like 28 days, and there's multiple phases. There's luteal phase. There's ovulation phase.
What's
there's
a luteal?
Premenstrual phase. I cannot give you the textbook definition, so I don't want to tell you. It's just a phase in the cycle. Okay. I would have to pull up my phone and look it up.
Because I have daughters, and I need to know what. No, 100%.
And that's a thing that we need to focus on. Like, it's an uncomfortable conversation. You know what I mean? True. To talk about menstrual cycles and bleeding and things like that. But this is how you can prevent teen pregnancy, honestly, because if a woman, a girl, whoever knows her entire cycle. I'm ovulating. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to start my cycle. This is my luteal phase. You know what I'm saying? I'm high energy here. I'm low energy here. I can get pregnant here. It would prevent that. Just like you and your wife are like, okay, we're not going to have sex while she's ovulating because we don't want to get pregnant. A child doesn't know that. You know what I'm saying? A young 18, 19-year-old doesn't even know this. You actually have to keep track of your cycle. And I feel like that's very important. And so this is how I found out about the PMDD, because every month before my cycle, I mean, it starts like 11 days for me. So 11 days, like I get like extremely drained and self-doubt kicks in. And you know how positive and like confident I am, but I'll be like, I'm not doing enough. I'm a loser. This is trash. I'm a horrible mother. I'm a horrible entrepreneur. My business sucks. But it's hormonal and I cannot control it. But the more I document the process, I've become to understand the process and how this works. So I'll say, okay, these 11 days before, I know that I need to get at least 8 hours of sleep. I know that I need to take magnesium because magnesium glycinate helps a lot. And I didn't know about magnesium glycinate. You need to eat whole foods. It's very important that you're eating foods with protein, drinking a lot of water. So most of the time as an entrepreneur, a mother, all of these things, I'm not drinking water all the time. I'm not eating whole foods. I'm getting food where I can, peanuts here, a Snickers there or whatever. But in all actuality, it would work better for me if I'm doing the right thing, taking my vitamins, going for a walk, even going for like a 2-mile walk. I have to do that or else like I'll just be in my bed. Like sometimes like I'll just be crying, you know what I mean? And so I think you guys like men will think that we are crazy, but we're hormonal and a lot of us don't know how to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So some women suffer from PMS and cramping. Some women don't have any symptoms at all, but PMDD is like vicious. So a couple days before, like I'm drained and I used to try to fight against it. Like, no, you got, cause man, I have mostly male friends and they'll tell you, get up, get your ass up. You know, you stop being a bitch. And it's not like that. It's like, you can't fight. You literally have to listen to your body, male or female. If your body is telling you to rest, you need to rest. Don't fight against it. If you have the opportunity to. I feel like women should get time off for periods. Like it's that serious. Well, or PMS, whatever they need.
Well, the problem is, I don't think women do, I don't say problem. But one thing I think we could be better at as far as communication goes is kind of explaining what you're going through instead of just like going through it.
Oh, I absolutely do.
But I'm just saying for the most part, but I'm saying as far as in general, a lot of times we don't know what's all involved. Only thing we know about is the blood.
Right.
That's it. And so we're like, you just bleeding a little bit. I mean, right. Put some ice on.
And so let me tell you that
but I don't know, because I wanted to say this and I want you to answer this on that. Okay. Because I just found out the other things that are involved with a period. I was talking to this girl. And she was like, and my wife would never tell me this, or she's never told me this. This girl was like, when like she's starting her period, her booty hole, it almost feel like she about to like boo. I don't know. She said like a booty hurt. It's like she almost feel like she about to boo boo. Like she don't know. She's like boo boo. Like it's like really, your insides are truly affected, right? And, more than just, oh shit, I didn't fucked up my panties with the blood, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it's more, I didn't really, because she was like my stomach. I was like, okay, my stomach. But when I heard the booty hole, she was like, you feel it from the line. And I was like, damn, so y'all really over here.
Oh yeah, you get vagina cramps too.
That's what I'm saying. See, like that, like women,
like the inside of your vagina hurts.
Women will not say this stuff because they're ashamed. I don't know if it's ashamed or it's like, why don't?
It's just
like,
embarrassing.
Don't just tell me. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't do that. Like, fucking say what it is. So we're like, oh, damn, I don't want to deal with that.
I absolutely do. I have to though, because like I said, I'm affected by PMDD. And so if I'm dating someone or, you know, like just talking to someone regularly, I'll let them know, hey, these 11 days before my cycle starts, I'm going to be sleepy. I'm going to be cranky. I'm going to be a bitch. So just understand that that's not, because it really is a mood change. It's a whole shift. Not everybody experiences this, but I do. So I make sure that I inform whoever I'm dealing with and they'll understand. It'll get to the point and be like, you about to start your period? You know, are you ovulating?
I don't know any woman that has a period that you like, man, she is great during this.
I love a man that knows your whole body cycle though. I love a man that's like, you're about to start your period. You're ovulating. Like, I love that. Me, when I'm ovulating, I'm like so nice. Like, you're so handsome. You're so smart. You're, you know, it's just, it trips me out how sweet and soft I am during that time. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're like the smartest man in the world. You're so funny.
So intelligent.
You're so handsome. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Come here.
I just want to lay with you. I just want to lay. Just why don't you hug me anymore? You don't miss me? I'm like, oh, wait, girl.
Fun fact about that though, we actually become more attractive to males when we're ovulating. So
yes, you are.
During ovulation, our cheeks get rosy.
I told my girl, I said, bro, it's like y'all have a glow.
Yes.
There's a glow.
Yes.
When women are going through this week before. That's why I'm like, damn, bro. Okay, there is a glow.
It's literally our bodies telling your bodies to get us pregnant. Our body is like, get me pregnant. Our voice softens. We'll put makeup on. We'll put on like, you know,
skin
cuter
look
clothes.
good.
Yes. And it's like, and I even believe that like we transmit like a scent as well. Like to
I think so too, because I think as
the pheromones.
I was about to say it's not the smell that people were thinking of. It's more of like a like you ever seen like Batman with Poison Ivy, and she used to blow the shit in people's face, and like it wasn't a smell, but it was like when it hit them, they fell into this trance. You know what I'm saying? And I think I keep fucking making old movie references.
No, it's okay. It's actually, so I recently was watching clips on Facebook, and it was old Batman clips, like from the 1989 Batman, the first Batman cartoon that came out. First of all, I think that's an amazing cartoon.
Older than that.
No, I think that's the first one.
Batman came out in the 60s, bro.
The cartoon?
Oh,
no,
maybe
the cartoon came out in 1989.
Okay, yeah. Maybe
I did my research on this. So it was like Batman just was like, he would be sitting somewhere and say something real deep. I was like, damn, Batman was going through some shit. So I started watching Batman cartoons on Amazon Prime and fell in love with it. I haven't watched it in a long time, but that's a great old reference that you're giving there, because the Batman cartoons is like, I feel like Batman. Like Batman.
I never watched the Batman cartoons as much.
Oh my gosh.
I watched the movie. So I went from the Michael Keaton, the old Batman I used to watch when, you know, it'd be on TV Land or something like that. I'd catch some old Batman, but then I kind of was the Michael Keaton Batman, that area when what's the fat dude was playing Penguin, short chubby guy, y'all know him, he's famous actor. It's all right. You James, you know what I'm talking about? You know, Danny DeVito. That's when Danny DeVito was playing Penguin. That's when Jack Nicholson was the
that is
Joker.
old. I don't know shit about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my intro to Batman. But then the Dark Knight Rises, that shit was.
Oh, I love the Dark
Knight. Took it to another level.
Oh my god, the Dark Knight is amazing.
To me, hands down, the best trilogy.
Superhero trilogy.
Name another trilogy.
No, I'm saying I agree. I can't.
I'm not even saying superhero. I'm saying the best trilogy, the best 3 movie, like
Twilight. I'm a Twilight person. Twilight is really good.
If you would have said Hunger Games, I'd have said maybe.
I wouldn't even take a glance at Hunger Games. Maybe I'll watch it one day. Twilight is great.
And
I'm also a Harry Potter person.
I like the first Twilight.
Harry Potter person as well. I'll watch every Harry Potter. Twilight is great, but the Batman, Dark Knight Rises, all that stuff.
I'm sorry, I don't know a trilogy of 3 movies that I enjoyed better. I don't know. Maybe there is, but I'm sorry. The Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight Rises, and what's the last one?
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
But although I love Batman, the trilogy, absolutely, I would still go with Twilight over Batman.
What?
Oh God, I love Twilight. Oh my God, especially if it's like, if it's cloudy outside and you're just hearing like, ha, ha, ha.
So you're saying the 3 are better than the Batman 3?
The whole thing. I want the whole thing.
Oh, man. Thing. So I did, oddly enough, I remember the first Twilight. And I did like it. That was a good movie. Okay, maybe Avatar. Avatar's up there.
I've only seen the first one. Avatar is too long for me.
You know what? I think it fell off on the second one. I think the first one peaked so high, and then you had to wait, 12 years for the second one? I think that's too big of a gap. But I like how they're doing the third one real quick. They're doing the Fire and Ash one. I don't know if you've seen. Yeah, they have previews. This is a new movie, so this should be your age.
They lost me as after the first one. It was cool. It was a good movie.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It's not something I'd be like, oh, let's watch Avatar.
Okay, so I watch Avatar all the time. So maybe that's just a me thing.
The Planet of the Apes movies were good.
Ooh, you know what? That's a list. All right, here we go. Your top 3 trilogies.
I'm not a movie person.
You just named 3 though
for me, but I do want to. So wait, you should go back and watch that Batman cartoon from the beginning,
definitely
to the end. But the cartoon graduates, like it gets more animated and animated and animated as the time goes on.
Yeah.
And
technology.
It got to the point where, like, you know, they were on Cartoon Network. They went from whatever they were to Cartoon Network. But I feel like even though it was a child's cartoon or whatever, even as they like graduated to the newer Batmans, it seems like it was still it was a good Batman. So I literally want to go from the old 1980s Batman all the way to like 2005
cartoon-wise.
Batman, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, and you can do it because also you got to understand where Batman came from, bro. Batman is built from a dark place. Everybody else had superpowers. Batman don't have superpowers. The only thing Batman had was rich parents. They got murdered. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how many cartoons do you know start with your parents being murdered on a date night? You know what I'm saying? Like robbed and murdered. And so that's why Batman has always resonated well with everybody, because it's almost like real. Like we all could be Batman if we had billionaire parents. You know what I mean? Like, so anyway, I love Batman. Shout out to you. We'll make the list for next time. Top 3 trilogies.
Okay.
So that's your homework. Top 3 trilogies. You create your own list. Make sure you leave it in the comments, and that way we know what you think. And I know I'm gonna be right though, because Twilight over Dark Knight. I mean, come on, bro. Come on.
I feel like that's the, like a male perspective versus a female perspective.
Okay.
Twilight is like a romance.
Speaking of movies, Netflix just purchased Warner Brothers. How much, James, was it? $72 billion. Okay, so that includes all of DC. So all those Dark Knight movies. Netflix owns them now, if you didn't know that, because they're part of the thing. So I mean, that's going to change how we watch movies, everything, because you're almost like Netflix is kind of monopolizing entertainment slowly.
No, you can't call them a monopoly. Because
no. When you start eating the competition, because if you've seen how Netflix started, did you see how Netflix started? So they like in 2005 or 4 or something like this, Netflix tried to Blockbuster. Blockbuster was the king. Do you remember Blockbuster? Okay, so Blockbuster was the movies. That's where you went and got movies. Friday, Hollywood Rental came in for a little bit, but Blockbuster was I remember as a kid, like my family, if we all got together, hey, let's go to Blockbuster, get some movies.
My brother says all the time, he asks me, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I told him work at Blockbuster. He tells me all the time, and he laughs every time he says it.
It's like saying you want to work at the newspaper.
I said I wanted to work at Blockbuster.
It's like saying you want to work at the newspaper. I want to own a home line. You know what I mean?
Well, now it's like saying I want to work at Netflix, so maybe I had the right idea.
Nah, Netflix. Okay, so anyway, story. So Netflix.
They used to mail the DVDs to your house.
This is earlier. So they seen where it was changing at. They were like, yo, the internet is going to be the way. And so they were already on the game. Blockbuster at the time had a brand new CEO. And he was like, no, we already have a structure. We don't need to add anything to it. We have thousands of stores nationwide. You're this little thing. And then I think Netflix was like, well, y'all could buy us for like $50 million. Blockbusters laughed them out the room. And so they flew back to California, regathered. And then 25 years later, they're purchasing Warner Brothers for $72 billion, and you don't have one Blockbuster. So that just shows it's just about having that vision about where the world is going, where the world is turning to. So if you have a chance to buy Netflix stock.
Actually, it's Warner Brothers stock. Netflix stock is already pretty pricey.
Netflix,
from the last time I checked.
It's going to keep going.
But I did hear,
keep going.
And I don't know if this is true, but I did hear that Warner Brothers price was like $7, and then once they sold to Netflix, it was $29. So just that jump right there, you could have made some money there.
That's so Warner Brothers Netflix is going to change the game. Monopoly.
That's cool, but again, you're reaching by calling Netflix a monopoly by purchasing.
Who else are you going to watch?
A monopoly is when everyone has to come to you. Google is a monopoly. Amazon is a monopoly. Netflix is not a monopoly.
They're becoming a monopoly.
We still have YouTube. You
don't watch movies on YouTube.
People do watch movies on YouTube.
What movie?
You have YouTube.
Like, I'm talking about coming out. Like
Hulu, there's no Fandango.
There's no movie theater, but they're not.
Amazon Prime.
They're not nearly where Netflix is. Netflix is so far above everybody else to the fact that they're taking over football. The NFL is the last stop. Once you have live sports, then you've taken everything.
There's Disney Plus. But
nobody has these. But it's like select few people have. Like if I open the door right now and was like, hey, who has Disney Plus? How many people will be like, I got it?
People have Disney Plus. People who have children have Disney Plus.
Some people
and people who watch ESPN have Disney Plus.
Or they have Netflix.
And let's wait. Did Disney drop? I think they might have dropped ESPN. I don't know how that went.
They still have ESPN.
Okay.
That was YouTube.
I might have agreed with you, but I'm reading this book right now called 0 to 1. Mm-hmm. And it's by one of the original founders of PayPal. And he actually talks about monopolies and how they are started and how they grow. Netflix is not a monopoly. And then
no,
purchasing,
they're not a monopoly yet. They're on their way. And that's my point. Because eventually
I can't wait to come back and look at this.
Oh, I can't wait.
Like
I can't wait.
Netflix is not going to be in a monopoly.
Netflix, you will go to Netflix for everything. That's how it's going to work.
That's never going to happen.
It's already happening.
No, it's not.
As soon as they bought Warner Brothers, that's just letting you. Warner Brothers is one of the biggest pictures out there, one of the biggest studios in the world. They are going to become a monopoly.
No.
I'm sorry. They just, internet money.
Netflix now owns Harry Potter.
Netflix is just going to own it all eventually. So you're going to have, Disney.
You know why? Because Netflix is really trying to make some money. Netflix took a really long time to turn a profit, like a really, really long time. And they're really just trying to profit. Like they're trying to figure out how they can profit because they've been struggling with that. But I don't believe that it's going to be a monopoly. We'll just have to wait and see.
We're going to have to wait and see, but I think I'm right on this. So when Netflix becomes a monopoly, I'll make sure y'all come back.
I'll give you I'll be like, you were so right,
You were
Kris.
so right. When you have to watch your TV, your sports, your everything has to go through Netflix because that's what they're trying to do. You will not have basic cable.
And Netflix
much
doesn't
longer.
have as much money as YouTube or Disney. And YouTube is Google. Nobody has more money than Google.
We'll see. We'll see. And not necessarily the bank account, but I'm talking about money towards entertainment. Google's not going to put all their money towards entertainment. Netflix will, because that's all Netflix does. That's my point. Is Google?
Man,
Google has to balance. Hey, Gemini, we have this, we got this.
It doesn't matter. They don't have no problems doing that. Google ain't having no money problems. Tell like that. You tell them like somebody from Fort Worth. Google ain't having no money problems.
Warner Brothers $72 billion. Ain't none of them got money problems.
Netflix got money problems compared to Google.
Netflix used to have money problems.
Google makes so much money. I just saw this the other day and I had to fact check it. If you have a spouse that works for Google and he dies, Google is going to pay you his salary for 10 years after he dies. And this is a real fucking thing. Yeah. Do you know how much money you have to make?
Girl, wife work for Google.
Do you know how much money you have to make as a company to provide a widow with 10 years of their husband's salary?
Not that much.
Shit.
Not that. Okay.
And do you know how much a Google salary is?
That's like, because you would have to depend.
And they pay for their children's college.
You would have to depend on all of your employees dying for that to matter. How many Google employees die?
I don't give a fuck if it was one employee. I can't imagine having one employee and having to pay their fucking wife a salary.
You're not operating at $1 billion a year,
right?
either.
But you said that it would only be a problem if everybody died. No, I don't know any other company that's doing that aside from the military, and that's the government.
I'm about to say, I know a couple companies do that. Like, I mean, but I don't want to say that because I don't know enough to for a bunch of Fortune 500 companies to be like, this is how they do it. This is how they do it.
Netflix ain't fucking with Google money. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that. Because if that was the case, then Netflix would have. Then Google would have brought Warner Brothers.
Google don't want Warner Brothers. They don't need it.
I know because they're not in the entertainment space, and that's what I'm saying.
They are because they have YouTube.
Yeah, but they're not in the entertainment space as far as they don't make movies. Google doesn't make movies. Google doesn't have a studio. Google doesn't have. What does Google have as far as entertainment other than YouTube? They have a platform for you to be able to express, but they don't have. You've never been to the movies and it said Google before the movie started. You see what I'm saying? But you say Netflix now because Netflix is taking over entertainment. They're monopolizing entertainment, not anything else. The reason you're going to be able to watch everything through them is because they want to have everything. That's why I say once you took the NFL, as soon as you took the NFL, that's a real thing. The NFL is a real thing. Like the NFL is the most sought after live sports in the world, other than the World Cup. The only cups once every 4 years is the NFL.
Netflix,
it's a ratings monster.
Netflix is never going to monopolize entertainment.
They're already doing it.
I think you should look into what monopolies.
And monopoly means you have to go through one thing to get there. In 10 years, Disney Plus will not be around. In 10 years, because you have to have people that consistently on this. It has to be a wave. Like Peacock. You think Peacock's going to be around forever? Like,
no, someone's going to buy Peacock.
This is my point. All these companies, and if you're not doing the numbers Netflix is doing, if you look on they have spreadsheets. If you look on them, there's only like one or two that were making money now.
Honestly, Netflix might not be around in 10 years. Somebody might buy Netflix. Netflix might not be around in 10 years. Netflix might not be around in 10 years.
Netflix will definitely be around in 10 years. It's too many
Blockbuster, gone. Hollywood rental, gone.
It's like Facebook. is going to be, even though Facebook is dwindling down, it feels like it's dwindling down, but Facebook still has the most users, active users than anybody.
No, Facebook never. Instagram feels like that to me though. I hate Instagram.
Instagram feels like it's going to die.
My God, I do
it
not
feels
like
it's going to die.
It's so boring.
Facebook messed up when they tried to get into that Meta AI, that
Oculus,
but not the Oculus, but that. He spent like 80 something billion on the metaverse.
No, I love the metaverse. I'm pro metaverse.
I support the idea of it, but the actuality of it working is not.
No, it's
great.
gonna work. I want to open up the first strip club in the metaverse. Like when people were buying land in the metaverse. I
remember this.
I was like, I need
notice people stop doing that.
Okay, but it's gonna work. The metaverse is going to work. The metaverse is coming.
I don't know.
It's coming. Those glasses. You even have the glasses. That's a part of the metaverse. I'm telling you, metaverse is going to be real.
Go read what Zuckerberg said. This is what I just read. This Zuckerberg said, "Hey, we messed up by putting so much money into this metaverse because it's not."
He's just ahead of his time.
Agreed. Now, I think a version of metaverse in the future will work.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think metaverse.
But it's gonna be like WALL-E when everybody's sitting there fat ass in those chairs and I think the screens in front of us all day. And we're just like
you'll have glasses. You'll have things where you could talk to people without actually like having phones, and you like literally.
You know what I really want to do, and I'm against the chip or whatever. No one's gonna chip me, right? But I wish that I could talk to my phone through my brain. Like I wish I didn't actually have to pick up my phone. Like there was and I could just be like, call Kris Gardner, and it's calling you, and then I'm just like talking to you. I could have a thought about like, hey, I want to read this Bible verse, and I'm saying it in my brain, and then it's just like starts reading to me in my brain. I just seen the
video. So it's because it's for people who don't have communication abilities. Okay. So they're starting to where they can look and it can do everything that wants them to do. It like reads their eyes or something. I'll send it to you and we'll be able to tag y'all.
I wanted to read my brain. Like,
crazy, right?
But I feel like
but the only way they're gonna have to chip you up, bro.
I know, but I feel like that's technology making me lazy because like I it's to the point where I hate picking up my phone and typing. Like I don't even want to type. That big ass iPhone makes my wrist hurt. I'm like, I just want to think it and then it be possible, like get on Facebook and make this post and I don't have to touch nothing. I just have to make too many decisions. This goes back to me having decision fatigue.
I don't want to have to think about picking up my phone. It's so hard. Imagine when back
in the day people had to walk up to the TV and turn the dial for the channel.
Thank you for being so strong. We appreciate you.
I just got other stuff I gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
That means I gotta pick up my phone. I gotta like move my fingers and shit. Like, bitch ain't got time.
I don't have time.
I ain't got time to pick up my phone.
Time is so limited and it's so important. Like, I don't know. Funny. I just always feel like I'm running out of time. My friend compares me to the rabbit on Alice in Wonderland. The time. You've never seen Alice in Wonderland?
No. I know what Alice in Wonderland is though, because I am educated.
This is why you think Disney Plus is not going to be around in 10 years.
I'm sorry,
Have you even ever been to Disney?
Yes, I've been to Disney World and Land.
And you didn't enjoy it?
I loved it. I'm going back.
Okay.
I love Disney World. I love Disneyland. I've been to both. I want to go to the one in Paris. I want to go to the one in China.
Oh, the one in Japan is lit.
Oh, Japan. That's lit. Japan. Okay.
Lit. And it's much cheaper.
Yeah. So
any other.
I love Disney. I love theme parks.
Don't say you love Disney and you haven't watched Alice in Wonderland.
Okay. I didn't say I love Disney movies. I just love Disney.
Disney started with movies.
It did. Actually, did it start with movies or a theme park?
No, the theme park wasn't first. Okay. Mickey Mouse came first. Mickey Mouse was the very first.
There you go.
You watched Steamboat Willie. That's like your age.
First of all, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
This nigga was watching cartoons without words.
Yeah, this girl here. First of all, I had words. Don't make me boy. I'm gonna went off on your ass right there. Tell me
cartoons with no words.
Goddamn word. I watch that. My cartoons. I watch Doug Funny. Yeah.
No one knows what that
Everybody
is.
know who Doug Funny. You know who Doug Funny is, James?
Is it black and white?
Goddamn.
James said, "Was
now
it black
James is
and white?
doing it, y'all. Now, did you see what you started? You started this. Now James jumping on. You know what, James? Fuck you. All right?
One time I asked my grandma, what was it like living in your log cabin? And she was like, I didn't live in no log cabin. Where do you?
So my grandmother has dementia, and so she stays.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, you didn't give it to her. So she stays and goes with us. And so when she's around, I love asking her questions about like when she grew up. because she was born in like the 40s.
Okay.
And so I was like, who'd you listen to when she was like you were younger? She was like, listen, I was like, when you was like 7 or 8, she was like, my mama would have killed me if we listened to it, because I forgot, like they didn't have like radios in every car. So I was like, who'd you used to listen to? So she would start naming off like people. It was like Chuck Berry, and I was like, who the fuck is Chuck Berry? I didn't know, but Chuck Berry's obviously one of the best rock and roll people, because in the 50s, black people used to listen to rock and roll. Mm-hmm. That shit threw me off, because I thought they was.
I've always heard that black people started rock and roll. Yeah,
that not only started, it was actually a black lady that started rock and roll. I just seen a video this morning. I forgot her name. It starts with a T. But I was blown. I was like, wait a minute, and I heard her start to sing. I wish I would have saved that video. So yeah, black people actually had a lot of rock and roll in the 50s, and so when you want to make an old black joke next time, you just be like, I don't listen to rock and roll. You see what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't know that's an old black thing, is rock and roll.
I'm not going to do that, but I love the fact that I'm getting
black and white
joke advice from Kris Gardner. I feel like that
I have to get it, because I want you to be actually funny. And so I don't want you to be like, hey, do you watch cartoons black and white? I
am actually funny.
That was my payback. I'm done.
No, that was good though. Like I know somebody that would love that. It was like, they'd be like, just leave the jokes to me. Your jokes are trash. And I'm like, I'm just going to go where people think I'm funny.
You know what? As a comedian, that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm not going to do comedy shows. I'm just only going to go where people think I'm funny. That's genius.
Go where people think I'm funny.
All right. Hey, all right. Let's get back into it. All right. Because I do want to talk about this, and we got a little time. So I don't want to talk about the opposite sex. I think we don't. I mean, obviously, black and white podcast, black people podcast, spend enough time talking about relationships. But so I like taking different angles talking about relationships. I don't just like talking about, well, y'all need to do this better. The reason that relationships don't work is because women don't. You see what I'm saying? I think we don't get anywhere talking like that. I think we have to get to a we point. Like, there has to be a we, right? So we can't just say, hey, y'all do this. Women do this. This is what women do. And then if you ask a woman, well, the problem is the man, y'all. And like, nobody ever grows from this. And so I want to create a space where we can grow. So instead of complaining about the opposite sex, which you look at you guys eating you up.
No, I'm sitting over here trying so hard not to sneeze. I'm like, what's the procedure when you have to sneeze? And he's just
let it out.
Point.
Let it out.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard not to sneeze.
I think that's that vitriol coming up to me. I was like, yeah.
No, it's the makeup in my nose. Makeup makes my nose itch, and so I'm just like trying to let you talk and not sneeze. And then I'm trying, I hope that
she's really just proving my point.
To take this part out.
She is proving my point right now, James. She is proving my point. Women, they see she was so ready to say, nah, it's men's fault. The sneeze. Even God was like, slow down, bitch.
I did jokingly want to be like, nah, it is because of y'all.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. That's what. All right, you want to do it over, James? Can we do it over? Okay, keep going, my guy. All right, hell yeah. Because I thought it was good. We can leave it.
No, it's great. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to look really stupid, but it's fine.
Yeah, you're not going to look stupid, okay? You look great.
Thank you. Okay. I know I do. I just feel like, I hope everybody on camera can see how flat my stomach is.
Oh, I can't wait for your period to start.
I can't wait. What?
Where's the humble one at?
I hope everybody can see how good I look.
Bring the period back, please, God.
www.alistindendeavors.com. You can get with the meal prep so you can look like this when you sit down.
Start. God, can't wait for that period to come.
Okay,
right, so yeah. Anyway, I want to get back to a we. So what I want to do is approach relationships, men and women's relationships, as far as how we get along, how we communicate. And I want to say, what do you think that we can get better at? As if you could say, hey, give me one thing that you want to see men get better at, and one thing you think women can get better at.
The one thing that men and women can both get better at,
that's combined, what I want to hear.
There is no men or women.
Now we talking.
Is self-awareness. And if you don't know how to do self-awareness, you can't afford therapy, I still recommend using ChatGPT for self-awareness. And a lot of the times men will say women don't take accountability, or men don't take, back and forth. We can't decide who doesn't take accountability for their actions. But a self-aware person is always going to take accountability for their actions, whether they're right or they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Being self-aware is being emotionally intelligent enough, strong enough to say, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's and
Do you need to say it out loud though?
No, just like I told you, if Netflix becomes a monopoly, I will tell you that you are right.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's some people who, if Netflix actually became a monopoly, would be like, no, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like try to argue, but for the sake of being right. But that's not a self-aware person. So self-awareness is extremely, extremely important for all people, all walks of life, male, female, black, white, green, yellow, purple. Self-awareness will really help, especially our community though. Like self-awareness will really help our community. But like I said, everybody just being completely self-aware. And self-awareness also helps with like, it ties into knowing who the fuck you are. When you're self-aware, you know who you are. So you don't have to walk in a room and try to, you know what I'm saying?
Fit in.
Yes, fit in because you're self-aware and you're comfortable with yourself. You're comfortable with being wrong. You're comfortable with, you know what I'm saying? Your emotions that first of all, we all have the traits: jealousy, envy, anger, sadness, whatever. So being self-aware is like, it did make me a little jealous when my husband talked to the girl at that Christmas party. But instead of, why are you talking to that girl?
Either that or I would hate this, that it does make you jealous and you don't say anything. Because I think holding it in creates a resentment as well.
Well, that you said communication. You started off with communication. So aside from being self-aware, communication, but you have to be someone that I can communicate with without blowing up at me. Because I had been in a relationship before where I would say, hey, I didn't like when you did this. And then it turns into, everything got to be a problem all the time. You got to complain about everything all the time. And it's like, that's not the case. I'm trying to tell you how I feel. And as men, you guys got to understand, we have a lot of feelings and we got to get that out. Nothing is better than a man that gives you emotional support and say, I understand why you feel that way, Alex. I might not agree with how you feel, but I completely understand why you feel that way. I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. What can I do differently? Or this is what I will do differently so that you won't feel that way in the future.
I think we get caught up a lot of times in right and wrong too. Was I right? I've heard people say that. Was I right? Was I right? And I think that's not the way to you should approach not an argument, a discussion, any kind of problem that you have. Who was right? Because I hear all the time people say, I don't judge. Nobody can judge. Only God can judge me. Yet we go around saying, was I right? Was I right?
So I don't say, was I right? What I say.
No, not you, but I'm just saying in general.
So how I address it is, am I wrong? That's what I say first.
But that's still, there's no right or wrong.
No, sometimes there is right or wrong.
There's a right or wrong when you ask this question that can be proven through fact. But an emotional state, there's no right or wrong. There's a proper way to handle it, right? That you would feel like is the proper way to handle it, but there's still no right or wrong.
It depends on the situation, Kris, because there is right or wrong. I had a conversation with someone the other day, and I'm not gonna lie, and if they see this, oh well. But it was almost like they wanted me to agree with their actions because someone else told them that they weren't wrong. So they wanted me to hear that they weren't wrong, but they were like, oh yeah, I cussed this person out and I threw a cup at him and I did this and I did that. And I was like, whoa, you were wrong. That was wrong. What you mean there's no right or wrong? That was wrong.
Was it?
Huh?
Was it?
Yes, it was wrong.
Well, okay, I'm saying like, prove it. Prove that it's wrong.
Why would you throw a cup at someone?
Maybe she felt her life was in danger.
No, it was out of anger.
But this is my point as far as you can't prove right or wrong. See, if you can't prove it, there is no right or wrong. You can't prove it. You got to be able to, like I could say 2 + 2 is 5. You could say that's wrong because we can literally go and prove that.
I get where you're going.
You see what I'm saying?
I get where you're going.
So that's why, because being the right or wrong puts people above people. That's where judgment comes in. That's where church messed up to me, is because they're wrong. Muslims are killing people, right? Because they think they're wrong, but how they believe.
Killing people is wrong.
Killing people is wrong, but it's not wrong if your Bible tells you to do it, right?
No, it's still wrong.
No, but if your Bible says anybody that doesn't worship your God needs to die,
it's still wrong.
This is my point. There is words in scripture that says this is right. So yes, you're right as far as what we believe in our thought process is wrong, but that doesn't mean if I go to another country or I go to another place that it's wrong.
No,
there.
I get what you're saying, and I say this all the time. I ask people
right
all the
wrong,
time, who determines what's right and who determines what's wrong.
This is my
I say
point.
it all the time.
We fight to be right. When we want people to think like us. If they don't think like us, then they think wrong. And that's my point. It's like There is no right or wrong. There is a way that you feel like you should treat people.
All right.
And there's a way that I feel that you should treat people. But there is no, oh, he did you
there
wrong.
There might not be right
there
or
is
wrong.
Not.
But
You're not God.
There's good and evil.
Agreed. There is good and evil, but that's not right and wrong.
Okay, well,
I mean, that's my point, is when we stay away from I was right and you were wrong, instead of saying, let me learn how you thought about this process. Here's how I thought about this process.
In a relationship.
But just in general, if we're arguing in the street, I need to look, instead of me saying you're wrong, try to understand your perspective. It's instead of saying, oh, I was right about this. Oh, see, I'm right. Instead of saying that, it's like, oh, I see where you're thinking. Okay, I could see where he thought this. Okay, that makes sense. And just leave it at, it made sense. Okay, boom. We don't need to, he wrong. Because as soon as you do right or wrong, you're uneven in the playing field. You are above. If I go to church and you talk to them people in church, they'll tell you this person is wrong. As soon as you do that, you have put yourself on a pedestal. Because I'm even with God, and I determine what's right and wrong.
What's right and wrong is it's all up to what your moral code is. It's what's right and wrong.
And that changes per person.
Right.
And since that changes per person, there is no solidified
in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Right and wrong is you doing something to me that you wouldn't like me doing to you.
It's not wrong.
Yes, it is.
It's not wrong. That's immoral. That's uneven.
And that's what I said. It boils down to your morals.
But it's not right or wrong, and that's my point. It's not right or wrong. How you act and how you thought at the time that was right. It wasn't when you made that decision. You didn't think it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you did it when you thought you was justified in your action. That is why I say you can't. I try my best and never. You were right or you were wrong. Was I wrong in this? I don't know. I know how I view it. I know how I think you should handle, but you're your own person. You have to deal with your own consequences. You have to deal with your own realities. You have to deal with your own perspective, you have to fight all this at night when you go to sleep and you close your eyes and you're by yourself. That's when you can determine what's right or wrong for yourself. But if
we're in an argument and I call your mom a bitch, am I wrong?
No, not. What if she was being a bitch?
No, I'm not being a bitch. If I said your mom's a bitch.
What if she is a bitch? That's my point. Who says she ain't a bitch?
But it's okay for me to call her that.
That's all on you. Is it? Okay, so if my mom made $1 billion and she's a billionaire and somebody's around here saying, man, this bitch is stupid and she's broke and all this other things, should I care if we have $1 billion fucking dollars? I don't give a fuck what you say. So that's what my point is. You cannot determine somebody else. Somebody else can't determine you're right or wrong.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Oh, she said cocoa shrimp is nasty. She is wrong. That's somebody's livelihood. That's somebody's kid taking care of their kid. So you erased all those emotions and said, nah, the shit nasty. Shit just nasty.
Why did you bring that
here? Yeah. That's what I do, baby. I make points, James.
Why did you bring that here?
So because you said that, now you've messed with somebody's ability to make money. You know what I'm saying? You've put out negative, you know what I'm saying? You've literally done all these things, right? Are you wrong? Hell no, it's what you believed.
Yeah.
You ain't wrong. You're not, and then anybody that come on your page saying you ain't shit, how do you feel? Do you feel like you wrong after they say that? Or you like, man, fuck what you talking about?
No, because it was never my intention in the first place.
It's intentions, personality, perspective, all of it matters in right and wrong.
I didn't expect that to go like that. Yeah. I just was like, hey, I didn't.
That's because you were wrong.
I was like, hey, y'all been saying that this is really good, and I tried it, and I didn't like it.
And they were what? They were wrong. See what I'm saying? That's my ain't no right or wrong.
But that's why I say it all depends on you. But I get what you're saying 100%. No, I understand.
It's all perspective.
I ask all the time who determines what's right or what's wrong. If you're religious, your religion does determine what's right and wrong.
That's what I'm saying. There's certain, but then that's also.
But I'm gonna just go ahead and say, since we're here, religion is not a real thing, and people can take that how they want it. But I'm not gonna say nothing else about it.
Oh, you're wrong.
Yeah,
yes.
Of course.
See what I'm saying?
Of course.
That's my point. So, but that's your perspective,
right?
And we're gonna vilify you. We're gonna cut your head off because you believe something. You know what I mean?
And so that's a lot of people get it mixed up, but that's why the first settlers left Europe. Like a lot of people will say, oh, they came over here to rob the land and blah. No, they were Puritans. Yeah, and basically
they came to be able to worship
the
freely.
Roman Catholic Church was basically doing that. If you don't believe what we believe, you are going to die. Mm-hmm. And they were like,
and justified because it was in the book.
Right.
How they worded it in
but
their
then,
perspective.
I ain't gonna lie, then the Puritans came over here and kind of did the same thing. And then they took it too far.
All about perspective. It's all about perspective. Who's right and who's wrong. So that's why I'm real big on like not ever saying you're wrong, you're right. You're wrong, you're right. You know what I'm saying? None of that. It's purely.
If you hurt my feelings, you're wrong.
You're an asshole. If you don't cook my food right, you're an asshole. You're wrong. You know what I mean?
That was
like, yeah.
wrong.
So there's our right and wrong. So piece of advice, last piece, we can wrap it up. This has been a great episode, by the way. And I told you once we start, it's gonna take a mind of its own. So anyway, go ahead. Piece of advice. What you have for younger self? You, anybody for this week?
Okay. My piece of advice this week will go to people who want to create content, right? Because I've been wanting to do this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I'm almost at the point where I've reached 4 million people. And thank you so much. A lot people you can't, people are not going to see you if you're not visible.
Facts.
You have to
put yourself out there.
You have to put yourself out there. You have to put yourself out there. You have to post. You can't say, I want to create content. I want to do content. I want to do a podcast. I want to do this. And you're only posting once a day, or you're only posting one video a week.
Mm-hmm.
Or no one is going to see that ever. You know what I'm saying? If you're bothered about the people in your hometown, man, it's gotten to the point where I don't even see the people in my hometown on my page anymore. Mm-hmm. They are almost non-existent. And a lot of the times I'll be talking to them and it will reach other people. Mm-hmm. But people are not going to see you if you're, oh, well, I don't know, people are going to think, or I don't, you have to be visible. Visibility is very important. The timing is very important, but no one's going to see you if you're not going to post. So my piece of advice is post that shit. Post it. If content is something that you really want to do, if you really want this to thrive, you have to be visible. You have to post it consistently. You got to put yourself out there. Clock that.
All right. So mine actually derived from today. I had something else in mind, but after we kind of had our conversation, it kind of made me change it. Learn your partner's body.
Okay. Yes.
Learn your partner's body. Boy, man, women, no matter what, explore it, learn it. Once you learn it, actually apply what you learn. Don't just learn it and understand and, man, this bitch is crazy. Actually learn what's going on with her, with him. You know, don't just, oh, well, he's just being this. No, actually learn him. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I think we kind of just focus on learning the woman's body. The women need to learn the man. Man, we need to get to a we. Okay, let's get back to we. No more women, men. No, we. We need to get back to figuring each other out, and we need to get back to loving each other, and we need to get back to growing these families that we want and that we see on TV and that we knew we used to strive for.
The village.
We got to get back to the village.
Yes.
We got to get back to the village.
Yes.
We need families. We need families. That's all. I end up on a tangent on this, but I've noticed that's what that turning point is.
Okay.
You know what Turning Point is with Charlie Kirk, right? Okay, Charlie Kirk owns an organization called Turning Point, and it goes around. It's basically a young conservative group that motivate kids to conservatism. And what I noticed about this undertone thing is, it's really they're just like, hey, let's get back to the white family. Let's get back to finding your woman, being with your woman, raising kids, being a good dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so there needs to be a turning point for Black people, in my opinion. And this maybe starts on this podcast. Get back to raising Black families. Let's get back to families. Okay. Like, it's not a their fault. It's not a her. It's a we. It's not a woman, not a man thing. It's a we thing.
It's a we thing.
We need to get back to us. We need to get back to us. Hope y'all took that right. All right, man. This has been another great episode of Over Their Heads podcast. It's been me, Kris Gardner, and my co-host,
Alexandria K.
And we've had a great time with each and every one of y'all. This is episode 3. We'll be back for episode 4 after New Year's. So this will be dropping right before New Year's. Real quick, what's your New Year resolution?
Get rich.
Or die trying. All right. My real New Year resolution is I don't want to be as fat next year. Okay. So throughout these podcasts.
If you don't want to be as fat next year,
I'm going to start meal prepping.
You need to meal prep with A-List Nutrition. If your New Year's resolution is to lose weight and not be so fat next year, get your meal prep with A-List Nutrition.
Yes. And get your ass to the gym. That's my thing. Get my ass to the gym, eat her food. Skinny Kris. It's by episode 15. This is gonna be our challenge. By episode 15, because we
I'm gonna bring you a meal prep for the next episode.
Please do.
I'm bring you one too, James. Look,
James, yeah, get them going. Get them going.
Bring you one
We're gonna show y'all a new meal prep every week. That's how you promote. Okay. There you go, smart. All right, so make sure y'all meal prep. Make sure you're working out. Make sure you're loving your kids. Make sure you're loving your woman. Make sure you're loving your man.
And learn that woman's body.
Learn our bodies. We're gonna learn each other's bodies. Not us.
Y'all body are simple.
You get what I'm saying.
Anyway, 120 seconds.
Another episode of Over the Head podcast. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll see you soon.